Hello world, this is David Chakur, the Couch Potato, lover of TV, film, and pop culture. Today I'm going to recap and review the second episode of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Bundt Friday. So the episode opens up on Sabrina trying to understand her magic book and failing at it. She can't understand the spells, and her Aunt Hilda shows her the Magic for Dummies section. But her Aunt Zelda is not into this. She says it's magic so old that mortals are doing it. So we cut to the opening credits. In the morning at breakfast, Salem tells Sabrina that he'd been reading her diary and wants to know who this boy Harvey is. Salem decides to make fun of her crush on Harvey, and she doesn't like this. So Aunt Hilda enters, and she's so happy because she has to date with Drell, her ex, and Zelda tells her about all the times he stood her up in the past, like 1,000 times. Hilda tells her every time she stood up, she gets a pot roast. So Sabrina goes to school. In home ec class, they're folding napkins. There's a Blink and You'll Miss cameo by Melissa Joan Hart's sister in the scene. So Harvey comes over and tells Sabrina and Jenny that he took home ec class so he can eat more. Coach tells him he needs to bulk up. So Sabrina and Jenny make plans to hang out with Harvey at the slicery. Jenny alludes to maybe wanting to know Harvey better. She asks if she'd rather go to the slicery alone. She tells her no. They both say they just like him as a friend. Sabrina uses her magic to make a flower out of a napkin. So in the hallway, Jenny and Sabrina get dissed by Libby and her friend. They're making fun of her. Sabrina wishes she knew what she was saying about them. Jenny tells her that you can't stop someone from telling a lie. The world would be a better place if everyone told the truth, but you can't stop a lie. So we cut to Sabrina looking through the magic book, and she finds out that you can actually stop someone from lying. You can give them truth sprinkles. So Sabrina tries to make the truth sprinkles. She has to preheat the oven to 5,000 degrees. She's having a hard time with this. And then Zelda enters and tells her that they have instant. So Aunt Zelda shows Sabrina the magic cupboard, and Louisa, the woman in the painting who guards it, she starts talking, revealing another character that's been here all along. It's kind of interesting, but we don't really see Louisa too many more times in the series. Sabrina decides to use the truth sprinkles on Libby to find out the truth from her, and Zelda warns her that the truth may come with hurt feelings. The next day, Libby's spreading rumors to Harvey about Sabrina having a nose job. In home ec class, they're making bunts because it's Bundt Friday, the name of the episode, and the teacher is telling them all about the Bundt cake, how Nixon loved them. There's a funny joke where the teacher tells the class to smell your bunt, smell your neighbor's bunt. So Sabrina puts the truth sprinkles on her cake and offers a piece to Libby. She's not sure what's up with it, but eventually she eats the cake. Sabrina asks her what she's been saying about her and Jenny, and she tells her the truth. So Sabrina goes back to Jenny and discovers that the teacher took the truth sprinkles and put them on all the cakes, and she took a cake to the teacher's lounge. So Sabrina follows her out in the hallway. It's too late. All the teachers have eaten the cake. We hear a couple teachers saying they'd rather be at the racetrack. I'm not sure why truth sprinkles would make you ditch class, but that's what happens. So Jenny has a piece of the cake, and she tells Sabrina that she'd rather go to the slicery with Harvey alone, and she asks her if she minds. Sabrina says she doesn't, so she cuts Sabrina out of the plans. So in the hallway, Libby and her friends are bickering because they've all had the cake and are now spilling secrets. In the hall, everyone is telling the truth, the guidance counselor, students. So this is the first appearance of Gordy. He's a recurring character throughout the show, throughout the high school years anyways. And him and someone in the hallway are talking about how they're both virgins. The principal admits on the PA system to ditching school on Fridays and going to the movies. In the hallway, Harvey asks Sabrina about going to the slicery, and she just runs off. So at home, Hilda asks Zelda for fashion advice for her date that evening. She uses magic to switch her outfits, and eventually she uses it to combine outfits. If I had magic, I definitely would be using it to make clothes. Zelda reminds Hilda that Drell's probably going to stand her up, and something appears in the oven. It's not a full pot roast, but it's half a pot roast, which means that he's just going to be late. Sabrina enters, and she's upset because the truth got out. So Jenny arrives at the slicery to meet Harvey. They talk, they small talk for a little bit, and she quickly realizes that he's not her soulmate, and they don't have anything in common. Sabrina's in her bedroom pulling rabbits out of the hat, using magic for dummies. There's a ton of rabbits. Zelda asks her why she's not hanging out with her friends. Sabrina doesn't want to talk about it, and Zelda gives her a cookie with sprinkles on it. She tells her that the sprinkles will help her uncover the truth. Zelda asks her why she's not going out, and Sabrina spills. Sabrina goes to the slicery, tells Zelda that she thinks her dress is ugly. At the slicery, Sabrina shows up. Jenny tells her the truth that Harvey is not her soulmate. So Hilda is getting ready for her date. Zelda apologizes for telling her that the date wouldn't happen, and then Hilda gets the idea to stand Drell up, just to give him a taste of his own medicine. Back at the slicery, Sabrina and Harvey are playing foosball when she tells him she thinks he has the most perfect sideburns ever. So back at home, Sabrina tells Zelda that the truth sprinkles worked, and she told everyone the truth. Then Zelda tells her that they were just regular sprinkles. Sabrina's mad because she told Harvey that he had the most perfect sideburns when she didn't have to. Zelda tells her that she has to find the truth without magic. Sabrina is embarrassed. Zelda tells her that the truth should never embarrass her. So Sabrina tells her that if the truth isn't embarrassing, why did she change her dress? Back at school, Sabrina and Jenny make fun of Libby in the hallway because she doesn't have her friends. And then her cronies show up and they apologize or they make up somehow. On the PA system, the principal comes on and says that someone impersonated him, and this is how the episode ends. The end tag of the episode is Sabrina putting all the rabbits back in their hat by name. They all had different names. So this episode is just okay for me. It's the second episode of the series, so it's still finding its footing, and this episode actually does a good job of establishing the dynamics between all of the characters, between Harvey, Jenny, Sabrina, and Salem. I feel like maybe they had to cut back the budget because the first episode had a maybe higher budget, and they relied on magic sprinkles or truth sprinkles to do most of the magic in the show. Thank you for joining me. My name is David Chakur, the Couch Potato, and I'm going to be reviewing the entire series of Sabrina on a rewatch. If you love Sabrina the Teenage Witch like I do, please subscribe or comment. Let me know if you have any thoughts on this episode.